Hey, so Borda, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what first inspired me to dance and what inspires me now to dance. So when I was a kid growing up, my mother was a freelance writer. So freelance is kind of in my blood. Yeah, I kind of come from a long line of artists in different ways. My grandmother is an artist. She sculpts and makes these pieces with different textures and things she finds, and it's amazing. And my aunt was a fashion designer before she became a doctor and designed my mother's wedding dress. So I come from kind of a long background of writers and artists and designers. So yeah, it kind of fuels I guess my mother's desire and wanted to keep the arts in our family. And so when I was 7 years old, she was writing a story about a new dance school that was opening up on the island. And she was a freelance writer for the Bermuda Sun newspaper. And so she was interviewing the director of this dance school. She just got inspired to kind of have her children dance. So she put us all into dance. And yeah, and we all really loved it, and kind of each of us did it for our own amount of time. At one point, all 8 of us, I have 7 siblings, so all 8 of us were dancing. But yeah, slowly, one by one, people kind of found other passions and other desires and fell away. But for me, it was something that I really wanted to stick with. And I think it was something that I probably couldn't have verbalized at the time, but it was just this inherent, something that was intrinsically linked in me. You know, it was kind of like I had been moving my whole life, and this was the one time I felt like, okay, this is what, you know, my body feels most comfortable doing. So yeah, it definitely became, or I found out that it was who I truly was in some way, and I felt most confident and most comfortable moving and working and sweating and performing, and it was really beautiful, actually. And now what continues to inspire me is kind of you. It's the world around me. It's the people. It's Black Lives Matter. It's We Shall Not Be Removed. It's Me Too. It's all of these movements that are fighting for justice and equality. It's the passion of all of you. It's your hurts and your pains, and the ones that I share and the ones that I just sympathize with. It's all of that fuels me to kind of create and move in such a way that can express that to the person who's feeling it, in kind of a way in front of you to say, I get what you're feeling. You know, it's like when you hear a song and it's like, that's exactly how I feel right now. And it's something beautiful about hearing your inner feelings, your inner struggles being kind of mirrored back to you in the most beautiful way through art, you know, that feels like I'm not alone. I have someone that's here with me and for me. And so for me, you know, as I dance, as I make, as I move, I want to kind of do that for people. I want it to be, also, I want to use it as a platform to speak out about what matters to me and what I feel needs to change and what I want the world to look like. So yeah, I was inspired originally by my mother, someone who gave up a great deal of her life to have at least one dance, as she would always say. I wouldn't have the career I have right now without her. And what continues to inspire me is the world around me, is the people, the hurts, the pains, the hopes, the dreams, the visions of a new and equal world, the visions of more and better, and how I want to express those. That makes most sense to me as a person, but also is kind of easier to digest on a stage in pretty costumes, but you get the message behind it. All right, tell me what inspires you to dance.